Welcome to Realistic Reviews, where we review everything from light bulbs to lawnmowers. Today we have a Harbor Freight power inverter generator, the 3500 watt, and it does have 766 hours on. Now we've had it for 4 years and really like the generator. We've done very little to it. Had to remove the oil door because there was nowhere for it to breathe. It couldn't breathe. I think there's a couple little vents in the bottom here, which are really small, and they get plugged up with grass when it's sitting on the ground, so it doesn't work. Remove that, leave it off, and you'll be good to go. We did have to change the oil several times when we first got it, because there was a fair amount of metal in the oil, metallic-y stuff from break-in. I think we changed it after like an hour, and then again after like 3 hours, 5 hours. I don't exactly know all the different hours, but we changed it several times. And then after first 25 hours, and we were like, hey, it's coming out pretty clean, we're good. And then every 100 hours since, we've changed the oil. It's really easy to change. There's just a fill and a drain right next to each other here. That's not difficult. It'll run, depending on how much your load is on it, but it'll run all night long, like run an air conditioner for 8 hours without any problem on an RV, no problem at all. If you're not running much at all, just maybe a small heater or something like that, just to keep your fridge going, it'll go 12 hours on a tank of fuel. It's around 4.5, 5 gallons or so. I paid, I think, $650 for this 4 years ago, and it was well worth it. I have had friends that bought these and had some issues with them right away, and so I would encourage you to get that extended warranty so that would cover that. There's a lot of different YouTube videos on different things you can do, delete emissions and different things like that. We have never done anything. We've never done any of that. We've never done any emissions delete. We've never even changed the spark plug. And it's 766 hours on it. So I'm happy with that. And I mean, 4 years later, and it still starts up. And runs great. I mean, that was its first start in about 3 days or so. So it works perfectly fine. After 4 years, and the battery is still holding up. Now, we do use it probably twice a month, even through the winter, different things that we do. The one thing I don't like is this lock for the wheel. It is kind of hokey. You got one wheel that locks. And it doesn't really do much when you just got one. It just still rolls around. You put it back and pick up, it still just rolls all over the place. And even when you do want the thing locked and this thing accidentally just barely gets bumped, or want to unlock, it barely gets bumped, it locks it in place. But, oh well. So not a huge deal. It does have the RV, adapter on it. It doesn't have 220, just 110. I kind of wish it would have 220. But it's got the econo mode on it, the on and off button here for econo mode. And when it's not using all the power, it drops the idle way down, saves on fuel. That works really, really good. There was one time when we were camping at around 12,000 feet where 12,000 feet of elevation, it just didn't like it. So, for 3 hours, it goes, it was just not working. And so that didn't work. But then as soon as we got back down elevation, 6,000, 7,000 feet, it was fine again. Haven't had any problem with it. I mean, where I'm at now is 400 feet of elevation, and it runs fine. No problem there. It'll run your air conditioner, no problem at all in your RV. Yeah, I have a couple of things I've noticed with other people that have these. This little thing on the end, the spark arrestor, and the end of the exhaust gets plugged up, and I'm fairly certain that's because they don't have their oil door off. There's just not enough ventilation going through, and it runs too rich. I don't know, maybe not, but we have never had that issue with ours. But we took this off right away because I noticed it just wasn't breathing. So, yeah, it runs great, works great. I have no complaints with this. You can get them on sale right now. Actually, I just saw them on sale for $700 again. So, we'll see. 4 years later, I'm happy with it.